How much do I make? How much do I make on what? Doing what? Not a lot. Oh shit. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can shut this stream. Hold on. There we go.
Run Windows on Mac and open a world with no limits. From work to creativity, every tool you need, now on your Mac. Bring your creations to life. Play, learn, and do more. Parallels Desktop. Experience running Windows on your Mac. Download today.
And then we'll go to the highest. High is more notes, which is pretty obnoxious, but it could sound cool for certain. And shift left click to make sure. You can right click and use these fill each steps buttons for 2-step patterns or whatever. For hi-hats mainly is what I use it for. And over here up at the top right, I almost always set this to 8 bars. You can set it to however long, but 99% of the time I set it to 8 bars. It just makes the pattern longer. So now you've picked a bunch of sounds, you have a pattern you like. Now how do you get it on the playlist? You go up here to the top by pattern, pattern 1, left click it, boom, click it on the playlist. And like everything else, you can control select it and then copy it over. However you want to do it. You can add chops to it, you can cut it like anything else, and then you can control left click drag to select these, and you can shift left click and drag them if you want to copy them over somewhere. So boom, now we have like where it plays the drums and the melody, and then it has a pause for just the melody and then the drums again. Say you don't like how simple some of the stuff is, you can go into each sound that you want and go into the piano roll. You just right click the sound, go to piano roll. Let's talk about some quick commands in the piano roll. So we have the pencil tool, which is going to be the default tool. You can just click it in one by one, or you can press B and select the paintbrush tool, and that allows you to paint as many notes as you want. You can just left click and drag and it'll paint as many notes, versus the pencil tool, if you click and drag, it just moves the note. And up here at the magnet is how you can change how many notes are being painted onto the piano roll. So the lower you go, the less notes that are going to be painted. I usually stick in between the half beat up into the 1/6 step. You can go above that, or you can go below that if you want to. It's up to you. Just to show you, this is pretty low on the spectrum, and like I said, lower, less notes. And then we'll go to the highest. High is more notes, which is pretty obnoxious, but it could sound cool for certain parts. When you place a note on the channel rack, everything is going to be set to the C note, and you can check that by going to the piano roll. Everything's set to C. Now these notes I obviously moved, and you can move them too. How can you move them? You can do shift up arrow or down arrow, or you can control left click drag to select the ones you want to change and do shift up arrow, down arrow. Or you can do control A if you want to move them all. Control A selects everything, all. Control A for all. And then you can do the shift stuff, or you can even go to the paintbrush tool, press B, paintbrush tool, and then shift left click, and it will actually move them to wherever you click. So yeah, it's just some quick useful things that you might want to know. You can also do control L to lengthen all the notes to the fullest length that it can go without overlapping with another note.